Yo, guys, what up? We are talking jobs today. Big stuff, big jobs, little jobs. Your first job. Does your job suck? Is your job awesome? Really, no, we're just going to discuss why first jobs suck, why it kind of can suck to be a young man getting a career started or just getting like an odd job kind of, you're in high school, or you're just out of high school kind of job situation started, why that sucks and why that's okay. And maybe give you a little bit of hope about the future and make you, maybe even possibly make you excited about the present, about the job that sucks.
About all the calluses you're going to build.
Yeah, why that's good for
Not
you.
to fear the calluses.
Yeah, to make you tough.
Yeah.
Make you tough. All right, guys. See ya.
Who would you say this podcast is for, Ethan?
For individuals who can figure that out on their own, given our appearance and the style of the show. People that don't need to be spoon-fed.
Okay. Would you say this is geared towards women?
No.
Ethan, are we doctors?
No.
Are we lawyers?
No.
Do we have PhDs in anything?
No.
Are we pastors?
Do I look like a pastor to you?
Are we representative of any particular body?
No.
Is this financial advice?
No.
Is it medical advice?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No. I don't like this. I'm not having fun right now.
Get into it a little bit more.
No.
Okay, no.
Welcome to Work Hard. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Jason. Now this is podcasting.
We're back. You've been waiting. You've been longing. You've said, where is Work Hard? I know it's on a weekly schedule that happens like basically the same day every week, but I need it, and I need it now. Guess what? You got it, baby. We're here. We're here for you. We have been talking for too long, an hour, about what we're going to do, and we talked for an hour about our topic today, but we really didn't even talk for an hour about our topic. We talked for an hour about something almost completely irrelevant, small little subsect, may not even bring it up.
Yeah. Learned about auditors.
Learned about auditors today, public auditors. Look that up if you would like to be furious.
So
guys,
what are we talking about today then?
Yeah, what are we talking about today? Guys, big show for you. Bombaglat, baby. Big show for you. We have got that we actually had to bring the show here specifically in my truck. It's so big. We had to bring my gigantic diesel truck, tow it over here for you. We are talking first jobs today. All right. I had a conversation recently with a gentleman who's going through it. My heart goes out to him. I know what that's like. I was there. Jason was there. Every man has been there. And there are a couple things that I would like people to hear that I think would have been awesome for someone to tell me when I was 22 and had 18, 22, whatever, whenever I got my first gerb. And no one seemed to want to tell me the things I'm going to tell you today. They all wanted to sugarcoat it and be like, well, it's just, blah, 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 make excuses, whatever. Nobody seemed to want to tell me that all first jobs suck. All first jobs, you are a rodent, sludge pipe. You are a You're a little grub worm.
Just a worker bee.
You're a dude. Yeah.
One in a million. One
Worker bee.
One of a million.
There's
Not
like
in a million.
dignity in being a worker bee, dude. When you're like job numero uno, you are. What was the technical term, Chris? Please, technical term for the kid who had to move around the king's poop bucket.
Are you asking me?
I'm just asking.
How would I know?
I said Chris.
Yes, I know, but then you were pausing like he's going to answer. And we'll wait for him to comment on the video that's not live yet.
Yeah. We'll wait for him to read the transcript and then comment. Also, boom! You guys probably can't see this because it's like right underneath the camera angle, but we got a bigger thingy that plugs the mics in. What is this called? Preamp. We got a bigger preamp, so now we can rock 4 mics. Count them: 4.
1, 2, 3,
and 4.
4.
The only reason we haven't done guests is because we've only had a preamp that can do 2. We've had one guest, my dad, because I felt like it was important enough to be passing a microphone back and forth.
Check out that Bitcoins for Dummies episode.
Yeah, but
by the way, if you're waiting all week for a new Work Hard, we have a slug of old episodes.
That's true. You can
We're
go
at
back and watch
episode 104, which means there's 97 episodes available.
Yeah, now that we're up to like 200 people, the newbies.
Go back and listen.
Yeah.
Drive those old numbers up a little bit. See how far we've come.
Yeah, see how far we've come.
How less awkward and terrible we are now. Less. I said less. I didn't say
I'll accept
perfect,
less.
man.
I'll accept less. I'll accept less.
It's on a sliding scale.
It's on a sliding scale. It's sliding so slowly, though.
Yeah, it is. Slowly but surely.
So,
first job, you're a slug.
First job, you're a slug. We got
Second
a new
job, probably
we got a
still a
new
slug.
preamp. So expect guests now. The one guest we had pretty much solidified in my mind. We would never do a guest again until we actually had mics for people individually. We'll have guests. That's coming. Be excited. They're going to be mad famous. Biggest guests. We're talking Robert Downey Jr. We're talking Joe Rogan. We're talking
Elon Musk is going to be
Elon
here.
Musk, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. JD Vance has
Katy
been in contact.
Yeah, JD Vance actually emailed me personally and asked. He actually bought this for us because he wanted to come on the show so bad.
Thanks, JD.
Thanks, JD. Shouts out.
What up, brother?
Yeah, Katy Perry's going to come on. She's going to tell us about the hot new scuttlebutt. She's dating Justin Trudeau. Nailed it.
Is she?
I think so. I guess they're on a
Oh
boat
my
together.
word.
He was holding her butt.
No.
He was most Canadian thing I've ever seen. Holding the butt of a blown out
Pop star.
Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I'm going to not say that word.
Okay.
Blown out pop star on a yacht in the sun, no shirt, jeans. On a yacht.
That's like wearing socks with sandals in the Northwest.
Yeah, dude, wild.
And shorts
Yeah.
in 60-degree weather.
Well, also that is specifically jeans.
Yeah, it's
You know
weird.
what I mean? Like it's jeans.
It's weird.
Like if you could wear
On a
I feel
yacht?
like you could wear pants on a yacht, like a linen or like a
Yeah, like golfer pants or something.
yeah, something like that. But to wear jeans on a yacht's wild. It's just very Canadian because Canadian is the jeans thing. Now listen, you know you're doing good podcasting when you're explaining jokes.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Now we're gonna skip right over this.
I understood the jeans was a joke. That's
Okay.
funny.
Okay, I'm saying my
I'm
jokes
saying
bad.
apparently. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not.
okay.
I'm not coming at you.
Okay.
I'm not coming at you. I would never do that.
You just let the homeschool-induced autism speak for itself.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything. Yes.
Yeah. It's an entirely passive win for Ethan.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'll take homeschool-induced autism over my public school-induced cynicism any day.
You do have a sunny, bright.
You do have a
view of the
sunny,
world.
bright disposition. You do. You do. You do. You do. You do. You do. You do.
It's a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Want to get back to the jobs thing?
Jobs. Yes. Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Jeez
one more
Louise.
update, though. We are one episode away from finishing writing the first season of Goodman's.
Yes. Announcement to the top. The writing of Goodman's is finally almost done. Now, I thought it was going to take us a few weeks.
Yeah.
or like maybe a couple months.
Well, I thought the office construction would also take a few weeks if I really buckled down to it.
Yeah, writing a script is it's not harder, but it takes a much longer time to me. Maybe because I've written fiction stories,
Okay, where things flow more.
Yeah, in like short story and novel format for so long. I've done it so much that it's like easier to me and it makes more sense, and I have a workflow. But it's whatever. That's inside baseball. It takes a lot longer to write a script than I ever would have imagined. It seems
Especially
way
when you're
longer.
trying to milk everything for comedy.
Yeah, that's true. Doing a joke a minute is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the topic.
That's why we're
First
doing
jobs.
a joke every 15 seconds.
We're doing a joke every 15 seconds? That would be crazy. That'd be like schizophrenic. It's not, I promise it's not a joke every 15 seconds. It's 10-minute episodes, joke a minute. There's 10 jokes. That's,
Count them.
yeah, count them. First job. Now, if you've made it this far, you're clearly very interested in what we're about to say.
Yeah.
So I promise
Hit
we're
the
going to get to
subscribe button, all right?
Yeah, it's never ends. By the way, I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Well, for real though, I am streaming 7 to 11 on weeknights. Playing Arc Raiders, fun, awesome, good time. Come watch YouTube, Rumble.
Yeah,
you can
throw
watch
it on in the
X.
background while you're driving and listen to the comforting sounds of gunfire and screaming.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
I actually play like mad serenely. I did not expect that. I thought because I watched back some of the.
I'm going to scream at the other guys, not you.
That is true. The other guys do get pretty upset. They say faggot a lot.
Okay, yeah, so be aware.
Yeah, be aware. Yeah, if you don't like hearing the N word, I would not.
It's also,
do it.
yeah, it's gaming, okay?
Yeah. They will. Yeah, you get called.
You're not censoring everybody else on the internet.
Yeah.
Live.
And so, and I also want to apologize for them, which is crazy to watch big streamers. Somebody stream sniping them, so they know where they are. They go to them. They try to kill them. Then the streamer kills them. They get mad, and they cue their mic and start going as fast as they can into the mic.
Wow.
And instead of just being like, okay, buddy, and then just like muting it as fast as they can or whatever, they have to go on a apology, like a little tiny 30, 45 seconds apology tour where they have to be like, oh, sorry guys, man, I'm really sorry about that. Everybody would just prostrate themselves because this guy said the N-word.
Yeah, somebody else did it.
Yeah. That was why I decided never on Twitch. We'll probably get banned on YouTube too at some point, but or lose streaming capacities. But it is what it is. Neither here nor there.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. I'm having fun. And it seems to be growing the channel. So, guys, first job.
I delivered newspapers.
I worked at a grocery store. That was for real trapped in the 1960s. And
People's clothes would change when they came in the door.
yeah, every year you worked there, they would give you a 10-cent raise
Wow.
an hour. Big stuff.
That was just set.
That was set. Every year you worked there, you got a 10-cent raise every year from minimum wage, which I don't know what it is now, but at the time it was $7.25 or $7.50 or something. I don't know what it is now.
I think it's in the $7 range now, or barely in the eights.
Okay.
I thought.
So you get paid minimum wage, and then you get 10 cents an hour, and they were very like the customer's always right, which is a nice sentiment 40 years ago, 50 years ago. But now you've got these crotchety, just boomers that came in, right? So you have these crotchety old boomers who came in, and so I'm stocking shelves all day. By the way, so to give you guys a little, it's just, dude, just being 16. There are things about it that are awesome. Being like 16 to 18, there are things about it that are cool. You get to drive, you get your like first girlfriend or whatever, that's fun. You go to a party, that's cool. You try alcohol for the first time, that's fun. Cool, great. Being 16 to 18 just sucks generally. it's such a butts time. Like it's so, which is good. Like it should be. You don't if you are 28 and you're like, dude, being 16 was so awesome. It was so lit. It sucks being an adult now. That's not a good sign, brother. You got to make some very serious changes. Being 18 sucks. That should not be your peak.
Yeah, no, my goodness, the people who peak in high school.
Yeah. Which
not good for them.
Yeah, I actually did know. I kind of am exhausted by the you peaked in high school trope, because I feel like that was such an early 2000s Justin Long way to like try to pull the pants down on jocks.
Okay.
Who are fine, who are doing great, who are killing it.
Well, then they didn't peak in high school,
right? But that's that's still like that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that they didn't peak in high school, and the way that people the way that people think about the guy that peaked in high school is the guy who definitely didn't. Like he went on to be some sort of finance bro and makes $1 million a year and has a hot wife and is killing it. There are guys the guys who I saw peaked in high school were not the guys that people say peaked in high school. The guys who I saw peaked in high school were the like alt kid stoner dudes who lived in a world of minimal responsibility, and once they got hit with reality, they didn't have sports, they didn't have some sort of regiment, anything about them, and they just fell apart.
Okay.
And they just
actual peak in high school.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Okay. Yes.
It would suck if your teenage years were your best years.
That would suck if your teenage years are your best
20s
years.
20s are bad, and then 30s are worse,
and 40s are worse. And then you just die at 50 of some sort of liver necrosis. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
not good. Don't let that happen, boys.
Yeah, don't let that happen, please. So I had my first job. I had it for 6 months.
Seems to be about that was my second job, 6 months.
Yeah. And I was 16 years old, and the girl I was in love with was 20 years old, 21, and had decided that I was too young to date.
To risk jail for.
Good decision on her part. Didn't last. She changed her mind. But pretty quick and pretty aggressively. That rebound happened fast. But for the time being, I was highly distressed, very upset. This lady was hot, and I was in love.
Yeah,
not real love, obviously.
Yes,
I was just
infatuation. You were infatuated.
16, pumping with testosterone.
Yeah,
literally. Yeah, details I literally can't bring up here.
Yeah, that's good. We get it.
Yeah,
moving right along.
Yeah, moving right along. Bro. And I was in pain, physical pain. All right. If you remember being 16 years old, ladies, put your fingers in your ears. If you remember a 16-year-old guy, you remember being physically drawn to women so much that it hurt. I know you remember that. I remember that it was like your hips ached, like physical pain. So I'm sitting there adjusting my belt, trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Stocking shelves, the most monotonous, menial, repetitive thing you could possibly do. Cleaning toilets, stuff like that. And it does suck. It's not fun. And I'm just trying to impress upon you the level of misery. Like 5 to 6 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week, just straight up no escape. Just listening to elevator love song music and having automatically annoyed boomers. Like they're not mad that you haven't helped them. They're mad that the thing that was on the shelf here last week is not on the shelf here this week. Mm-hmm. Problem was never there. We actually never even carried it. So I don't know where you got it last time. Wasn't this store.
The problem is that they've been to so many stores in their longer life.
Yeah.
The memory's starting to fade a bit.
Yeah, memory's starting to fade, and you're a boomer.
It was here. I bought it here. I know I did.
Yeah, you are the most entitled generation of all time, coming in unwilling to accept defeat. So the
Admirable, really.
yeah, kind of, yeah, in a way, yeah, it is admirable.
Can relate to that.
In and the straw that broke the camel's back was I was stocking some shelf by the front door. Some guy who I should have suplexed this dude and shattered his ancient ribs in a million pieces. He comes in the door, instantly hostile. I'm a kid, by the way.
Yeah,
all right?
teenager, and you're going to
visible kid. Now, I did weigh 190 pounds, and I was 6'2".
More than I do now.
I was
a 37-year-old.
I was ripped. I was
already had me outclassed.
Lifting every day, skateboarding, and all my spare time, like shredded with stubble. So I probably looked 25.
Yeah.
But he walked in. And I'm sick. I'm a 16-year-old kid. Just got my driver's license. I'm a kid. He walks in and he goes, his wife is like for real. She looks like something out of Powerpuff Girls, like the cartoon, like shuffling.
Well,
her
you
feet,
realize
like,
his dad had already defeated the Nazis by the time he was your age.
Your
dad. Perceived age.
Yeah. His dad though.
But that's what he grew up with.
Yeah.
Stories from that guy.
Not really filling those shoes, to be honest. And so he turns and goes like this to me. For the viewers that are listening, the listeners, then that would be. He's shrugging basically around just at the air.
Yeah, where is it?
And then he goes, "Excuse me," and I said, "Yes, sir."
I like that perceived politeness. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, he's hot. He's angry. Excuse me. And I look and I go,
say false.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Politeness,
false,
not perceived.
I said, yes, sir. What can I help you with? And he goes, there's no one here to say hello to me. And my very innocent response was, oh, sir, I'm sorry. We just don't have
a policy.
Yeah, we just don't have greeters. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. And then he just walked away. He didn't say anything. So I didn't think anything about it. I just went on my day. I thought I was going to help the guy chill out. Like, hey, man, sorry. It's not my fault. I don't make this decision. I'm just a guy.
Not Roth's.
Yeah. And so I go about my day, and then like 15, 20 minutes later, I get called up to the front of the store, and he's standing there with my boss.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, and then this young man just didn't even say hello to me. He just said whatever. And she was like, you didn't say hello to him? Why didn't you just at least say hello to him? And I said, I just answered his question. And she was like, well, that's not whatever. She got on to me or whatever. I don't even remember what I said.
Really?
Yeah, she got on to me. Walked off. So I just took I walked to the back, sat for a second, thought about it, and I went, nah. And I just took my little cute little thing that I was wearing,
apron.
that made me, my little thing. You're an employee here. You're an employee here.
Yeah.
And I took it off and I walked away. I said, hey, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I quit.
Yeah.
And then I just left. I'm not doing this. And which is basically how I've quit every job.
Yeah.
I've never turned in it 2 weeks ever one time.
Really? I've
never been fired or quit on the spot. Because something will happen and I'll just be like, no, and I'm just out. Like I had a job, one of my first cooking jobs. I was the kitchen manager at Freebirds, and that was like where I thought I could cook for a living, which I can't. I still to this day may go back to that, but
yeah.
I may not have a choice. So I walked into, I really liked this manager the general manager of the store. I really liked her, and she was a nice lady and clearly actually was concerned with trying to make things work for everybody, and took care of people, and she would come in so people could have off, and she was just a good person. And so I liked her a lot, and she didn't have a kitchen manager if I left, and I needed to leave for the summer. I needed to move. I was moving to Austin.
Yeah.
And so I told her I'd give her as long as I possibly could. And I was like, I'll stay here through August or something. Not August. It was I'll stay here through the end of June. And then they fired her and replaced her with the assistant manager, who was not a nice lady, not a big fan. And, And so she was like, whatever. And I worked for her for a week. And then I realized that I promised
The other manager.
the other manager that I would stay. I made no such promise to this lady. This lady's aware that I made the promise, but I didn't make it to her, and I didn't make it to the regional manager. I didn't make it to the company. It was for this lady, and because I wanted to help this lady out. So one day I just came in, hit my caffeine. I prepped everything for the day so that when I quit, they weren't going to just have nothing. Right. So I made sure they were set for the day, and then I was like, all right, I'm out. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I was here for Kara. You guys, they fired her, so I'm leaving. And she was like, I can't. Who's going to cook?
Don't fire your good supervisor.
Yeah, I was like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm leaving. I was like, I'm a week late to my new apartment. Like, I need to.
Hey, you know those NCOs that have been holding together the troops on the front line? We're gonna fire those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll go well.
Yeah. Which it's not. By the way, I'm not saying like they got put in a bad situation. They might have been in a bad situation for like an hour. The job I had wasn't hard. And it was not hard to fix. And plenty of times there was other stores in Dallas and Shreveport. They just sent some off-duty kitchen manager from there for the day. And then they just found some kid off the line and spent 3 hours showing him how to cook beans. And then they were fine. So I'm not being like, really got one over on them. Yeah. That's not at all what happened. It was just,
Nor should that be your goal.
No,
as a young Christian man to shove it to the company.
Yeah. No. To try to teach people a lesson.
Right. Show them. That's getting even. That's vengeance.
Yeah.
Very easy to want, but not good. Not good for your soul. Not
good for your soul. But it does, I will say later in the episode, I'm going to talk about disincentivizing people's behavior. And it is helpful. It is helpful if in looking out for yourself and in doing what you believe to be right, other people have to suffer short or long-term consequences. That's not a bad thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The next time the regional manager,
you don't owe it to everybody in the company to break your back necessarily.
Right.
Just to make it comfortable for them.
Right. And then
if you're being treated genuinely poorly.
Yeah, and the next time some other person comes behind you and the regional manager or the whatever, your boss, whatever, is there and they have an opportunity to make the same decision, they're going to have a subconscious like, oh, the last time I did this, it caused me 8 hours of like having to make phone calls and stuff.
Right.
Maybe I won't do this.
Maybe I won't continue to beat on these employees.
Yeah. So first jobs
peasants
suck.
Are becoming aware.
Yeah. First jobs suck. My first pro job, my first like in office, I'm a professional now job, which by the way, my other cooking jobs that came after Freebirds, which Freebirds did suck, my other cooking jobs that came afterwards were awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was in a real restaurant doing real cooking stuff as a real line cook in like a nice restaurant. I never got to the Michelin star level, but that's like, you got to like
a committed professional.
You got to want that. Like you got to want that more than you want a family, even just to work at one of those restaurants, like as a cook.
I got that from watching the movie Chef. That's at all a realistic representation of the chef world.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's just here's what it is, man. Being a cook, as much as people want to, you see some guy on Instagram or whatever who's been like, oh, dude, yeah, I'm making this new thing. I'm like in Brooklyn and I'm like just having a cigarette and like a coffee before I get back into the kitchen. I'm making whatever. That job takes a week to learn, dude. It takes a week to learn. Working a knife is kind of hard. You'll figure it out if you do it for 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult, bro. First jobs suck. First jobs suck because you have no skill. And first jobs, first of all, they should suck, by the way. They shouldn't be flowers.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. This is what
Calvin's dad says. It builds character.
It does build character.
Much as you hate to hear that.
That's a key thing, though. I kind of want to break that down a little bit. It builds character because that's such a cliche at this point that it just
bounces off.
It's like it might be the most cliche of all the cliches.
Yeah. I think it's used as at least in the perception of, the person receiving that advice, it just seems like an excuse
to just treat you poorly.
Well, or to say you just need to be treated poorly, even if that person telling you is not the person.
Yeah. So here's, what does it mean to build character? We're about to get public school. My principal used to go over in public school over the PA system every morning and go, character is what you are when no one is looking.
Sounds like he said that a lot.
He did say it a lot, and he was a good man, I believe.
Doing his best.
Doing his best.
In a bad situation.
Doing his best in a bad situation. He did. I had several interactions with him where he held it down pretty tight. I said that one of the most embarrassing memories of all time I'll never repeat ever. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Anyways, so first jobs suck. They suck because you have no skill. They suck because you probably don't have like the best discipline in the world. If you were in sports in high school, that's probably a little different, but not much different. So you're gonna just be you aren't useless. You are a pair of hands. So I don't want to say you're like useless, but you're about as useless as here's the encouraging thing. You're as useless as you're ever going to be. All right.
It's only up from here.
It's only up from here. But I will be honest with you, brother. You're useless as shit. You're not good for much. And that's okay. All right. That's okay. You're 18 years old.
Everybody starts
that way.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Don't delay until 26.
Yeah, there's no way to skip that step. And to me,
college does not fix that for you.
Yeah. No, it does not at all. It might make it worse because it makes you think now you're not useless. You get out, you go, I have a degree. I did something.
Right. Unless you actually buckled down and studied hard and you're used to disciplining yourself and keeping to a schedule.
That's true. If you had a hard degree, my buddy's a chiropractor. He just took his last test.
So college is good for that.
Yeah.
Because if you're forced to actually work and stretch yourself, have to study, and not just coast based on your, average to higher intelligence.
Yeah.
And guessing on multi-answer questions.
Yeah, where the way that
multiple choice.
The way that the question is asked has the answer in it, kind of somehow. You just like intrinsically you read the question and you go, that's okay. Well, that's C.
Got to be A.
I don't even have to think about that. Yeah. Great test writer.
There was a morning show, a country morning show, back when I was younger, where they had a game they played every morning called "The Answer Is Always C." And they would have a caller call in, and they would give them the three responses or whatever. They're like, now remember, the game is called "The Answer Is Always C." And so the caller would, of course, get something for like quote unquote winning the game, as long as they just answered C.
Yeah, very good, dude. I would call every morning and guess A.
That would be very funny. Like, do you want to retry that?
Nope, I'm good, boss. Hit me.
All right, we'll go to the next caller.
Final answer. Lock it in.
Yeah.
A.
Lone Star tickets still on the book, still on the table.
I'd hit it every morning, dude.
Ethan again. For
hey guys.
A.
Oh, great.
Is it A today?
Today I'm going B.
I'm going to mix it up.
Mixing it up. Okay, back on topic. First job sucked. You don't have any skill, okay? Now, that doesn't justify people treating you poorly. And by poorly, I mean like being rude to you.
Yes.
Now, treating you poorly does not mean they're bending over backwards to help you. Or that they're not doing that, right? So if they
have a job to do too. So understand that it is extra for them, unless their sole job is to follow you around and tell you every single move you're supposed to make. Mm-hmm. Part of it is coming to your aisle and going, why isn't all this stocked yet?
Right. Yeah.
When they've finished 2 aisles.
Right. And so they've got stuff they need to do as well. And so
I was super slow at stocking. Oh my goodness.
Really?
I didn't have enough hours at a certain store, and the layout would change. So you talk about the boomer.
Oh, yeah.
So all the seasonal stuff would change. I would work like 3 shifts a week that were 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'd come back in after 2 days. Things were relocated. Customers would ask where something was, unless it was like the adhesives aisle, which never changed.
Right.
Or like in framing. But even stuff within those aisles would sometimes change.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, it was here last time, or you asked for a seasonal thing and it was on an end cap, and end caps move like every 12 hours, it seems.
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
So I felt like the deck is stacked against you sometimes, unless you're
Yeah.
working a ton of hours.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to pick up that skill
Yeah.
or to be proficient in it. So that's super frustrating. I hated that about that job.
Yeah. And there are going to be like no win situations like that.
Yeah.
There are.
And you get just realize those and grit your teeth and get through those.
Yeah. Because, okay, so here's the thing. Building character. The job sucks, okay? You're not good at anything, and no one has any time to help you get any better, all right? That's the reality of the situation you're in. And now that is not a modern issue. That's not some problem that persists only today. What we're talking about is the human condition. The problem men have been facing since they were the first 18-year-old kid that ever lived has faced this problem. And every single one that has lived after him is facing it now. So you're not in hot water. What you're going through is very normal. And so don't freak out about that there. Don't freak out about it. Don't get existentially upset about it. That's thing number one I wish someone would have told me.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Don't freak out. This is fine. My first pro office job, 22, whatever, however old I was, I don't remember. I wish somebody would have told me this is going to be a sludge fest. This is going to suck. It's all right. You're not good at anything.
Yeah.
Chill.
People will act like they expect you to be better, but if they thought about it for one moment, they wouldn't expect you to be any better than you are.
Yeah. I would have just appreciated if my dad was like, hey, man, I know if I'd come home for Christmas and I just couldn't talk, I was so tired.
Yeah.
And my dad had just been like, hey, man, this is fine. Like, this is totally normal. This is what I went through. This is what everybody went through, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's number one. Don't get existentially upset, all right? So just stay neutral there. Now, the second thing I want to say, the second thing that I wish somebody would have told me is that this is actually exciting. All right, I know it, and it is not going to be exciting to you. I'll say this to you so you don't get stressed out. It's not going to be exciting to you right now. It's just not. It's not. It's not going to be exciting until you're on the other end of it, and you can look back and see the second wave of guys coming behind you, and you get excited for them because they are starting level 1 of the new video game. And that's what you're doing. You're starting level 1 of the new video game.
Their loadout sucks.
Your loadout sucks, but think when you start a new game and you get excited and you loot it up and you look at you load it up, you look at the skill tree, and you're starting to think about all the stuff, all the possible
Dude, I found
builds.
so much toilet paper.
Yeah,
Like, good for you.
Excellent.
Good for you, buddy.
I got a lot of cloth. You're thinking of all the possible builds and the routes you can take and the different guns you can try out and all this stuff. That's you right now. All right, you're level 1,
just grinding
level 1, doing your level 1 quests, and they suck, but it is where you are. And you will look back on that time when you're 30. You'll look back on that time not with fondness. I don't look on it with fondness. I'm glad it happened because I'm who I am today because of it, but I would never do it again. And I'm not like particularly overjoyed that it had to happen, but I wouldn't change it.
I think I'd grind through the first level of for the first gym leader, Brock, with Charmander again.
That I would do, yeah, but that's fun. I wouldn't be a...
It's brutal.
Yeah, it is brutal. That is true. It is brutal.
Your Charmander has to be like a level 25 to beat that Geodude.
Yeah. And so the thing that you should be excited about is that it is building character, and it's if you're doing something you feel is monotonous, like you are a valet and you're just parking cars all night, or you're a barista and you're just pressing cook on the coffee pot button, or you're a movie ticket taker.
Yeah.
That's what I was once for 6 months. These jobs seem monotonous and useless, but I promise you they're not useless. Standing in front of, first of all, I was a movie ticket taker, and I learned to whistle standing at the podium because I had nothing else to do for hours. and I would just stand there and practice whistling and snapping. So now I can snap and whistle because I stood in front of the ticket podium for 4 hours every other day for 6 months. But the dude, I keep thinking of so many things I can't. I guess I could talk about that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Jeez Louise. Oh gosh. It's not, because it's monotonous doesn't mean that it's useless. It is in the monotony when you're 18 years old, when you're 22, it is in that like terrible, awful, repetitive grind that you are building character. And what does that mean? Character is the capacity you have to dig deep. So in 12 years, when you're 30 years old and you have a cool job that you like, that's a little bit more posh and less, you got some power, you got some skill, you can kind of just, you can look your boss in the face and go, nah, I'm not going to do that. You've got some ability to kind of throw your weight around a little bit and get better treatment and advocate for yourself a little bit better. You are still going to have times where the rubber's going to hit the road and you're going to have to throw up the set and have some gumption. And if you don't have, in order to work, the company's on overtime, you've got some deadline, and you're the hero. You're the guy. You're the one that's going to like finish the code base. No one else can do it. They need you. The company, the team that you've come to love at 30, they've treated you well. They've paid you right. Things are good. You like your job. The team needs you. And they need you up at 1 a.m. on a Saturday, coffeeed out, ripping ciggies, trying to get stimuli into your body, just staying awake, doing coding so that this project will be done come Monday afternoon when the deadline with the customer is there. If you haven't done the sucking, soul-destroying, monotonous crap labor at 18 where you were tough and taught yourself that you can do things that suck, you are not that guy. You are not the hero that's going to sweep in and save the day later on in your career, and everyone's going to know they can't rely on you. But if you stuck with it and you put in your 3 or 4 years or however long it is of crap jobs that suck until you start to get the kind of light at the end of the tunnel, if you do that, if you put that work in, and that's what you do, then people are going to know. They're going to be able to see it in your face and your eyes. They're going to see your reaction when slight inconveniences hit you, and they just bounce right off, and you don't really even care. They're going to know you're a reliable person that's going to get the job done, and so they'll hire you. They'll pay you more money. They'll want to keep you around. People who are in charge of things will shovel money into the pockets of people who save them time and make their business more profitable and more effective. They will do anything to keep you around. And if you're just a cruiser who's just like, as soon as, like if they think, oh, call volume is going to go up at the call center, your customer support manager, call volume is going to go up because this thing went down, and you're going to be in the bathroom eating a sandwich or whatever it is you do when you're trying to hide. If they think that that's what you're doing, then the second you have some minor issue that they can get you on, you're done. You're out of here. But if you're like, if you are like already at your desk, ready to go, headset on, like I saw on Twitter, our servers went down, so I just sat down, I'm ready to go. Your boss is going to be like, someone fire someone else and give him that guy's salary. Like, pay this guy double. We got to get this guy here forever. And they'll promote you, and you'll have a good time. And so it's that's what I want to say. You want to be excited because so you don't want to not be. What am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm tired. was sick this weekend.
Finally.
You don't want to be stressed out because your first job sucks. That's okay. That's normal. I can't even imagine I don't think I can come up with any first job that wouldn't suck. Can you think of one? Maybe some sort of
I had multiple jobs that sucked.
Highly qualified medical position, but don't people they have residencies and stuff?
Yeah, I mean the doctors suffer in the residencies. My understanding.
Yeah, that's what
low pay, terrible hours, on call all the time.
Yeah, and financial people, they work 18-hour.
I don't know
days
what they do.
And I know because I've worked with a lot of them. And
but if you're trying to a lot of people going to medical school or who wanted to be physician's assistants would start as paramedics.
Okay.
And my first job is an EMT. So before I got my paramedic, I was just an EMT, which is a 6-month certification where I came from.
Okay.
And my first shift was driving a wheelchair van, which is just a toaster box, a toaster on wheels. Mm-hmm. It's those Dodge Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
And the older ones too.
Yeah.
And my first shift started at 1 a.m. And went till a flex off time of 1 to 3 p.m. the next day.
Wonderful. Nothing like a good 14 hours to just rip it right off the bat.
And then if you got a call, if you got a transport, later in the day was awful because the traffic in Portland and Vancouver, Washington was horrendous. And there was a veterans center where they would live at this skilled nursing facility in Vancouver, but the Portland was where they had the VA hospital, and so they'd have appointments there. And so we were just shuffling these old vets in wheelchairs continually between the two because we had the contract, so they could only call us. So it's just our company fully responsible for getting all these vets back and forth through this awful traffic, funneling through this, small bridge.
Excellent.
across the river.
Yeah.
And dude, if you got caught in the traffic, starting at 3 or 4 p.m., we always ran behind because it was inevitable.
Yeah.
And you would get these poor old vets who'd been sitting there in wheelchairs all day, and you were 2 hours late to their pickup. So they'd been sitting around. They were crabby. You pick them up, strap them in, apologize as best you could. I'm sorry, for your wait kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though you're the only one they can be upset at. Even
right.
though it's not your, I've been moving all day, sir. I promise you I've not been sitting around.
Yeah.
It's not because I was on a smoke break for 2 hours that you're late.
Yeah.
It's everyone in front of you also had to wait in traffic.
Yeah.
So anyway, you'd pick these guys up and then sit, and spend an hour driving up to there and then have to come back down into Oregon and go back home.
Yeah.
After. It's awful. But anyway, that's it. Yeah. 1 to 1 p.m. and maybe till 3 and maybe later if they held you over.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
So that's a first job in that industry.
Yeah. My first job,
not even really doing anything medical.
Yeah. My career.
A taxi cab driver.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You're just effectively an Uber driver.
With that, not even on an ambulance people. For a while.
Yeah. Yeah. My first job in a career that led me to being a posh, globe-trotting 1%er, right? That career that I have effectively left. The first job of that career was sitting in a linoleum plastic environment with flickering LED office lights assaulting my forehead. My eyes are being cauterized by computer screens. I've got women with perfumes all around me going, and then she said, and the only refuge I can get is to actually do my job because I can't go to the bathroom and cry. I mean, I would go to the bathroom and cry, but I have to deal with fat. It's an Austin sort of not industrial, but commercial office complex. So you go to the bathroom and it's like the bathroom for everybody, for the whole building.
Okay.
And so it's just you have your workers, which I'm already at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm with sludge people. I'm a sludge person. We're all sludge. We're going to the bathroom. I've got other sludge folks coming out of their office, coming into the bathroom, farting. They stink. They're
crying in their stalls.
Quite often not white and bothering me with some sort of. You can hear the crackling of the gel in their hair as they're trying to wash their hands. They're all wearing plaid. I don't know why. What it is about Indian guys and plaid when they're in the office, but it's like their favorite thing. So there's no escape. My only refuge is to get my head down and dial the phone. And I cold called all day. All right. That's what I did. I got on the phone and I called people and I said, "Hi, I'm calling from here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to talk about this thing?" And then they would go, "I'm going to kill you." I'm going to kill you.
If you ever call this
I'm
number
going to
again.
kill you violently. Where are you? Texas? I'm coming to Texas. I'm going to hit you in the head with a bat. I hope everything you love dies. Like that was like the response. Now, by the time I got to the world where it's like interbusiness,
Yeah.
that drops. people have a bit of decorum that they can maintain. Still furious though.
Yeah.
And once you get to like, so I started as I'm cold calling like pizza shops. Okay. And now you can hear in the background when you're about to get it, because you're calling a number in New York.
Yeah.
So you go, already, this is not going to be good. So you call some guy in New York who's the busiest. He
Right.
owns a pizza shop in New York. This is the
He's
busiest
busy.
person on earth.
Yeah.
There's no one busier. And some nice woman answers the phone. "Hello, Rick's Pizza," whatever. And then you say your little spiel and she goes, "Rick, it's so-and-so. They're on the phone, whatever." And then you hear Rick, you hear the monster in the background and
Just
know.
cursing a blue
You
streak.
just hear, "Who? Oh, yeah. I'll talk to him." And you go,
Great.
"No."
Please, no.
And Rick goes, "Who's this?" And you go, "Hey, Rick, this is Ethan with GoDaddy. I'm calling about your web services, whatever." And he goes, "My web services? How about this for web service? I can't even say it. I can't even actually say what Rick says." And
Unrepeatable.
yeah, and then you have to go. The thing is, the thing you learn is you got to get no twice. So you have to take the first string of cuss
Yeah,
words as
and you're like,
first.
"Are you sure,
That's
Rick?"
no number one. No number two is the boo of the phone hanging up. Okay, now that was my job every day for 8 hours a day for 8 months. That's what I did. And then the next layer up is you're calling actual businesses, like real enterprise companies that have hundreds of employees, if not thousands. There's a level of decorum, but you're still, and you're allowed to kind of bite back a little bit. So like if somebody spazzes, you can be like, "Dude, chill out." Like multiple times a day, I'm having to like sit on the phone. The guy's like, "Why on earth would you think it's appropriate to call me at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday? You don't think I'm busy?" And then you get to actually say, "Sir, do you have a sales department? Does your company sell anything?" And they go, "Well, yeah, obviously it's how we make money." "Okay, great. So you have an entire team of people that do exactly what I'm doing right now,
Yeah.
that are calling other people of your position at 2 p.m. on
During
Saturday."
business hours.
Yeah, during business hours. When
Shall I call back at 7 p.m.?
Yeah, when business
Will you be
is
here?
done. Yeah, will you be here? I can call you on your cell phone. I have that via Zoom info. I can call that. I can call your wife. You want me to call your wife? Who do you want me to call, sir?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't threaten to call a guy's wife, but you could bite back a little bit, and people would like, and you learn some
Chill out a little bit.
Yeah, and you learn that like punching back does get people to be like,
All right, fine.
yeah,
What is it?
okay, yeah, fine, whatever. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I got a lot in that job. I actually got a lot of. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I got that like 4 times, which is
Really?
in the previous job. That was like
Never.
That would, dude. That would be if you got an all right. I'm sorry from one of these people. They'd give you a promotion. Like that was it. That was the best thing you could get. It's
All
better
right,
than-
president of the company.
Yeah. These jobs are awful, and it's totally normal for them to be. What time are we at?
It says an hour 4, but we were recording for a while before, so I'm really not sure.
Okay.
So really, we probably got another 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. So you have here's what I will say. You have every right to be upset about the position that you're in. It sucks. It sucks, and everyone knows it sucks. And I think that should really motivate you to do something about it. Okay. Now, here's the final thing I want to say. I've said these two things that I think are important to say, which I wish somebody would have said to me, is that it sucks and that's normal and that's okay. You don't have to worry about it existentially. And you can actually be pretty excited about this because you're going to learn a lot about yourself and about what you're capable of. You're going to teach yourself that you're capable of a lot more than you thought you were. You can suffer through a lot more than you thought you could suffer through, which in and of itself is an incredibly valuable skill. To be able to learning a skill in and of itself is great, and being able to learn is great, and that's a skill, and being able to do that better than anyone else is going to get you really far in life. But one of the things that is a phenomenal feedback loop into that, one of the things that makes you good at getting good at things, is being okay with being bad at stuff. That is a huge part of what makes you good later on, of learning, of getting good at learning, is being okay with that process, being okay with being bad at stuff, being able to tolerate the sludge fest. And that was one of the things I was really, really, really awful at when I started out.
Being able to tolerate
being bad at stuff.
Oh, being bad at stuff.
Yeah, I cannot. I have given up on taking up new hobbies because I got enough of new stuff here.
Yeah. That
we're trying to learn, and I cannot. If I cannot be in the top 25% of the population of the globe at doing something, I can't do it. And so I know that I'm pretty strong, and I know I'm pretty good at video games. I'm good.
Yeah. You're set there.
I'm set there. I've got combat sports and lifting, and I've got video games. I'm good. Don't need anything else. We're getting whipped at work right now, Jason and I. Every time we try to do something, we go, it's going to take how long? You have to be able to do what?
Grinding.
Grinding. So that's important. You are learning the skill of getting good at things, and that skill is invaluable. You are building a foundation in the suffering. You are making yourself tougher and tougher every single day. And this is the thing you have to this is what makes it practical and worthwhile and will give you courage. Every single day you can tolerate going to that crap job without quitting makes you a little tougher. So every day you can push yourself through that shift to the other end of it, you are tougher.
Yeah. My second job was in a mall at an ice cream shop.
That doesn't sound so bad. That sounds kind of nice almost.
It was near downtown. It was in downtown near a bus depot.
Okay.
And so we had bus kids that would come through, punk teenagers without a home, latchkey kind of kids. And they'd come through, and we were not in the food court. We were like right at the entrance to the mall.
Perfect stealing area.
Not stealing per se, but we also had the cheapest soda. So you could buy like a 32-ounce soda for $1. This
is rapidly becoming it sounded nice, like ice cream shop in a mall, pretty girls, your friends come by.
Yeah, no, not that kind of mall.
Rapidly declining.
Not that kind of mall.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah.
No. Yeah, not so great. But and sometimes you'd have a coworker there, but oftentimes you're there by yourself.
Oh, that sucks.
So then, you hear the bus kids coming. It's like a bunch of guys, one or two of them carrying a skateboard with some, damaged girls in tow and being loud and obnoxious. And they never bought like a single scoop of ice cream. They'd come in, get 2 sodas for the whole group to share.
Yep.
And then get samples.
Yeah.
And never buy a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah.
And I got fed up with it. And I was fine. And Baskin-Robbins did not have a policy about how many samples you could hand out, but I put a policy into place for these kids.
One each. Choose a sample.
This one guy in particular, the leader of the group, so the alpha was the one who would do this the most.
So you did.
Give me some of the mocha chip. And he says, let me try this. So after his third one, I was like, nope, that's it. And he's like, what? You have to give me as many samples as I want. And I was like, the samples are so that the idea of the samples, the spirit of the law. The
spirit of the samples.
The spirit of the samples is so you can try ice creams with the intention of buying one of them.
Yeah.
I was like, you are effectively stealing because you're not going to buy a scoop of ice cream, are you?
Yeah.
And he's like,
no.
And then left.
Dude,
and then that day, I rode my bike to work. Back then, I knew where they hung out at the bus depot. And so I deliberately biked past their group that day after shift, just looking for trouble.
Did he say anything to you?
I went past, I saw him in the group, and I made eye contact as I went by. And as I went by, he's like, hey!
Really?
And so I turned around, and they surrounded me. I don't remember what happened after that.
That's so funny.
I was okay.
Out. You were so full of rage, you blacked out when you beat up
No,
but
my heart was beating like a
How
drum.
old were you? Like 17?
16, 17.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, so this was a direct peer-to-peer beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I never understood. All right, a little side tip, okay? I was the guy asking for all the samples, all right? Okay?
This would have been Ethan and I showing down.
Well, no, because if you're going to be that guy, all right, if you're going to be me, if you're going to be the mischievous little group ringleader guy, whatever, and someone gets one over on you,
Yeah.
you have to accept that that's the game. You're playing with fire constantly all the time.
Yeah.
And it works out for the guys who take those risks for whatever reason, just works out most of the time. And a lot of the time, doesn't. And when it doesn't, you have to go, you got me.
Eventually you run into a homeschool-induced autism
Yeah,
kid
who just doesn't get it.
who's like, this isn't right.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. Yeah. And you have to just be like, all right, you got me.
You're right. I'm not going to buy ice cream.
Yeah, you can't get all twisted up and be like, hey, come here. Yeah, I don't know. So listen, if you're going to be that guy, if you want to be a young hot shot, okay, just be chill. All right. Understand that you're not going to win every fight. And when you lose, it makes you look like a real retard when you're like, but if you get to actually keep hotshot status if you lose and like, whoops,
Yep, laugh it off.
Yeah. Everyone's like, wow, this guy does not care at all. Like people think you're way cooler. So just chill, just be chill.
Yeah, I don't remember how he responded, but he remembered me when I biked past him in the evening, but I didn't get beat up, thankfully.
Good.
That was a stupid thing to do. I could have been beat up.
It is funny, yeah.
I was also on a bike, so, all it would have taken is one of these.
Right, just like
then I'd be on the ground getting curb stomped.
Fast jog next to you, push you over. So your first job can be exciting. It can definitely be exciting. Well, no, it can't. Not innately. Your first job's not going to be innately exciting, and once you get past the first job stage and then you get into the like pro world first job stage, those jobs are going to suck too. You're going to have jobs that you like, being a waiter, being a bartender, whatever. You'll have jobs that you like and think are cool all throughout the way, but you probably aren't going to really like love a job and be like, man, I love being here. Man, I love what I do. Man, I love this company. You're probably not really going to have the opportunity to do that until you're like 25. I would think. Every time I've seen somebody get into a position where they're like, man, I love this job. Our team is amazing. It's like a family. Like anytime I see it, it's either a girl who's like using MS Paint to like make sparkly things. And like that's her entire job is just like playing glue, paper, doing the same shit my toddler does all day, but with Canva. Okay? For $15 an hour. Those girls, they get out of college. I'm a marketing analyst. Those girls live in professional daycare land. That's not real. You cannot hold yourself to that standard. These girls work for 3 or 4 hours a day, maybe max, and then the rest of their time is spent kind of floating around the office, eating from the salad bars and like drinking from a big thing with a straw, to being like, well, I think just like the idea is that like, the Stanley thing, and they're always like ideating and collaborating, which just means they're sitting at a table
gossiping.
Gossiping, and then like there's like 15 minutes where they'll be like, so what if we made it like orange? Like we have it like a burnt orange now, but what if we made it like a pure orange? There's like that. Okay. Now those jobs do exist. You're a guy. You don't get to have those jobs. You don't want those jobs. All right. That is,
they're gay.
They're gay. They're useless. They're daycare centers, and they are holding centers for girls who could not lock down a husband in college, or who chose not to. And those girls are in for a hurting because their youth is fleeting, and guys that make a bunch of money don't want 25-year-old girls. Sorry. unless they're 30, then it's fine or whatever. But if a 30, I'm not gonna get into it. This is not that kind of episode.
Yeah, let's break down that.
Yeah, so it's either
Who's autistic now?
Yeah. So you're either, if you're talking to a 22-year-old who's like, I love my job, it's either some bitch with a ponytail, or or it's somebody manically depressed. Okay, those are your two options: manic depression, or I'm just kidding. I won't say it again. Some lady with a ponytail.
A busy afternoon for me.
Sorry, bud. I don't know why I've really hit you this episode. I apologize. I've really hit you this episode.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you don't get to enjoy that. You're not a daycare person. You're a man. Okay, so you got to get out there and get some stuff done. You got to be productive. You got to impress people. You got to make your mark in the world. And that's the way you do it. Women have to do that too, but they obviously do it in a different way, which is children. So you don't get to love your job at 22. You get to suck sludge until 25. I'll say this. I'm speaking generally, okay? So there are going to be exceptions to that rule. You're going to know some kid who's a zookeeper who loves animals and scooping poop all day, and that's his favorite thing of all time. And he started when he was 17, and now he's 26, and he's like a general manager of the zoo or what. You're going to know him, all right? You're going to know those kids. Who cares, all right? I know a guy, retarded, dumb as a brick. Take a bag of rocks, throw it against the wall. That's how this guy thinks, right? Dumb as a bag of rocks. This guy's a retard, all right? He put like the only $1,000 he ever had into like Doge or Fartcoin or whatever, and it went to $1 million, and now he doesn't work, all right? What do I care about that guy? What do I care about the fact? You know what he does all day? All day, he plays like Factorio, which is like the most autistic, time-wasting, do-nothing, and he's he's not going to make it, dude.
I'm going to look that up. That sounds interesting.
Don't look it up. You're not allowed to look Factorio up.
Oh, okay.
You cannot know what Factorio is.
Oh, is this a problem for me?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Don't do it. All right, well, we're going to lose Jason. So Jason's not going to be on the next episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
This looks cool. Oh, that does look neat.
Oh, yeah, you did it. So you got to grind. I told you not to look it up.
Yeah, where you build and maintain factories.
And like bugs try to attack it, you got to kill it.
Nice.
You got to kill the bugs to like get a rocket ship to fly away.
This might eat into my Age of Empires time.
Mm-hmm. So the problem with Factorio is you can't just play it for a couple hours.
Yeah, well,
you have to lose. You have
problem
to lose.
Is I don't have
marriage
very much
to
Age of Empires time.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Then you don't have to worry about Factorio.
Yeah, not in any actuality.
Yeah. So this is kind of the last thing. I'll tie the bow on the whole thing. All right. Here's your alternative. You can acknowledge that things suck up front and that they will get better. You don't have any skills. You're going to learn. That's natural. Don't worry about it. Just embrace it. Let it teach you to be tough. And even if that's the only thing you learn.
Yeah, if you don't like it builds character, it at least builds calluses.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, but said in a maybe non-cliche way.
Yeah. Get rid of it builds
Building
character.
calluses does suck because you're getting blisters at first. Your hands are sore. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But later on down the road, you don't need gloves.
You don't need gloves. They're very helpful for gripping. Like I can deadlift more because I have permanent calluses on my hands from lifting.
Yeah.
They'll never go away. Listen, so you can embrace what I just said or you cannot, all right? And now here's the alternative. This is how I want to tie a little bow on this, is that if you do not accept what I'm talking about, then you are going to become powerless. You are going to become embittered, and powerless people, I got a stitch in my ribs.
Well, if you just quit every job as soon as it's uncomfortable, which is in a sludge job day 1 or 2,
right,
then you're just elongating. You're not building a resume.
Yeah.
People will just see that you quit jobs after a week.
Yeah.
And the only jobs you're going to get are more sludge jobs because nobody looking at that, no hiring manager is going to go, oh, this guy has staying power.
Yeah.
They're going to go, another one of these dredge workers. I'm
Yeah.
going to kick you on down to the hiring manager at the warehouse or whatever the dredge.
The mail room.
The mail room, yeah. You can just sort letters for 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to stay in the sludge jobs, continue to not do the sludge jobs and put it off and act like you're above that. That's a good strategy.
That's a great strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be a 40-year-old sludge worker.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them.
Bitter and confused. How did I get here?
How did I get here, and why is it?
Why haven't I been given what I truly
Yeah, we need to eat
deserve.
the rich. Yeah, what? Yeah, that's a big dude. Okay, all right, that's a big one. Let's talk
what
about that before we.
If
go
you
here.
don't pay attention to advertising, have you noticed how much advertising says treat yourself? You deserve it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's like nails on chalkboard when I see advertising that says you deserve it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't deserve another Dr. Pepper. You don't deserve another Hostess.
Yeah, you deserve.
What did you do to deserve a Hostess?
You deserve to get hit in the head with a brick. That's what everybody deserves all the time. Death. Instant.
You deserve
death.
to go to hell.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, and so you got to kill that. You got to kill this like I deserve. And I'm trying to think if I was ever ruined by that, like I deserve idea. I think
I had to pick dandelion heads for like a penny for 2 dandelion heads when I was a kid. I don't think I had that.
you don't think you had.
My parents were good at
so. Yeah, I don't
teaching the value of money and work to me.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with money, but my parents grew up poor, and so I got a lot of that secondhand.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I had that. So I don't know if I have any advice on feeling like you deserve. You just can't.
Sorry,
I don't have any advice. You just can't.
Feeling like you deserve something is different than saying I will attain this. Then it's different than having the drive to say I'm going to get something better in the future.
Yeah.
It's different. Even though the outcome, maybe the guy who says I deserve this job and you who say I'm going to get this job, the end goal is the same, but the attitude driving you forward and that other guy backwards is different.
Yeah, and there's a balance here. There is a balance here. So last episode I brought up this this kid who was applying to one of these cold calling jobs.
Yeah,
and he actually cold called the manager to try to get the job, and the manager emails him and says, "Hey, I saw your voicemail. You're the only person of 124 applicants
because they were instructed to call, right?" You said they were instructed to call, and only one guy out of 120 odd applicants actually called.
It wasn't that they were instructed to call. It's just that the job is calling. It's a sales job.
I thought you had said the email instructed them to call.
No.
Okay.
So
anyway, he was the only one who took the initiative.
He's the only one who took the initiative in a job that consists of cold calling.
Yes, I understand that.
He's the only one who took the initiative to cold call. Okay, guy got 120. The hiring manager gets 124 applicants. He emails this kid. He goes, "Hey man, that's fantastic. Think that's awesome. I'm going to send you right through," and he even writes it as if it's like, "I'm sending you straight through to our final round of interviews," whatever. But he says, I'm sending you right to our HR screening call.
Yeah.
That's not even step 1. That's step 0.5. That's someone reviewed your resume and said, we'll screen this guy out.
Yeah. So your point is that even him showing initiative at that particular company did not get him any further
than because there are 20 other people that they are required by law.
Yeah,
I don't know what the real number is.
You got to understand, and there will be a lot of people who might complain and moan hearing this episode that they're just telling me I have to work hard. So you can't. Have you seen the job market out there? There are people who will not reward that properly.
Yeah.
And those companies will eventually suffer the effects of not.
Yeah, so the flip side that I'm saying here is that yes, you should not have this idea that I deserve something better. You should also
that you haven't earned.
Yeah,
that you haven't earned.
Yes, but you should also know to put your foot down. Like if you have
know your worth.
Yeah, when I was the last cold call job that I had, right? I had 3 before I got the big one. I had a cold call job where my boss, I was there for a year, which is like the standard time that you're there before you get to a kind of a whatever. I was there for a year. I was ready to go. I'd done great. My numbers were the best. I was the best one of the team. And they start talking about promotions. And my new boss gets promoted into the role, starts talking about how, hey, you guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. So let's start grinding. Let's get you ready to get promoted. And I said, pause there, brother. What do you mean get ready to get promoted?
Yeah.
And he said, well, you've been killing it. You've been studying, you've been killing it. Now I think we start studying for the test. And I said, and I got on the phone with him, and my dad actually was interested in how the phone call was going to go. So he stood outside the door, and I talked to him for an hour. And I talked to him with this tone of voice. Now, in this exact tone of voice. Now, Adam, I am telling you right now, I have taken the test. I have passed it with flying colors. There is no more tests for me to take. If you want to make the assertion that there isn't a position open for me right now, that's fine. That's business. I understand. But you cannot, within reasonable bounds, you cannot, within the scope of reasonable debate and reasonable negotiation, assert that I am not prepared to get this role. I need to do nothing more. And that is how I talked to him. Mm-hmm. And we went back and forth for a little while, but ultimately we got to a place where he was like, listen, I think there's maybe a miscommunication. And by the way, also, when people are wrong and they know that they're wrong, you need to let them out. Don't demand that they tell you that you're sorry and whatever. This guy knew he was wrong. I backed him into a corner. He had nowhere else to go. So his way out was to say, I think there's been a miscommunication. That's not what I meant to say.
Yeah.
What I meant to say was what you're saying. And don't twist the knife and go, that's not, no, absolutely not. Yeah. You were saying this, and that's what you meant to say. Just go, fantastic. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Just do that, okay? Have some grace, let people out. Do not think about, I deserve this. I deserve whatever. Don't go that way, but also don't let people take things from you that you do deserve. Don't let
that Baskin Robbins job. I eventually quit from it after 6 months because the manager, the owner, came to me and was like, "I'm going to reduce your hours down to 12 a week or something." It was near useless.
Yeah, because
the till had been off. The final till count had been off for multiple days when I had been on shift. And I was like, "Are you accusing me of stealing?" And her reason was she was going to reduce my hours and then try to see if there was somebody else, see if she could locate the problem.
So she was stealing.
No, well, it was her company. So, I mean,
it was her Baskin
She was
Robbins?
the owner. Yeah.
Oh, all right. She wasn't stealing.
No.
Maybe she was embezzling money and trying to play. I'm embezzling $12 a day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember how much it was off, but I was like, my dignity was affronted.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was furious.
Yeah.
And she didn't say I was stealing. And I said straight up, I was like, "Are you accusing me of stealing?" I was like, "I haven't taken any money. Maybe I'm bad at math or maybe I added wrong or something, but I'm like, I didn't steal anything. I'm telling you I didn't steal. Are you accusing me of that?" And she goes, no, just like make some roundabout excuse, and I'm just going to reduce your hours while I figure this out. And I don't think I quit on the spot, but I quit soon afterwards because I was like, I am not going to get fired from my second job and have that on my resume as you got fired. And what's the reason? Oh, the till was off. I was like, this is going to make me unhireable. Right. And so I decided to cut ties.
Yeah.
While I could still quit on my own.
Yeah. And there's going to be here's what I bring up the guy's email. Oh, I'm going to pass you on to the next, whatever. Listen, the kid deserved an interview. The kid deserved the job. All right. Yeah. The job that he was calling for, that he was applying to, is a nothing job. It is, give that job to the people I worked with when I was working at those jobs.
So there was way too much rigmarole around hiring for this position.
Oh, and that in my world, you're gonna run into that infinitely. People who are too scared to make a decision.
The corporate mindset.
Yeah. So make every decision by committee, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so this.
We'll wrap it up here.
All right. So last thing here. That kid, when he got that email, you know what I would have said? I would have said, you know what, John, appreciate it. I'll pass. All right. And you should say that too. John should go, wait, what? You called me whatever, and you can go, John, I'm the only, and explain to him. Don't be afraid to explain to him. Don't be afraid of these people. That's the thing I got to talk about more. Don't be afraid of anyone. Do not be afraid of these people. They can't get you in trouble. They can't give you a spanking. They can't send you to detention. Who cares about John? John is a coward. Tell John he's a coward. Now, don't say, John, you're a coward, but just say, John, I'm the only one of 124 people that even demonstrated of all these applicants that I'm capable of actually doing the job. I don't see how there's even a question here about whether or not I'm the most qualified candidate.
Yeah.
And then just send him that email. And then he's going to go, oh, we have a process, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And just say, okay, great. I'm not interested in that process. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
And then the next time John has a quality applicant come to him, he's going to go, all right, how do I
actually keep this person?
Yeah, how do I keep this person? How do I get around this process? And if that happens to 100 Johns, and 100 Johns make 100 decisions like that, and it all of a sudden by 20 years from now, we've got a totally different environment. And it starts with you and me and Jason and individuals deciding, I'm not putting up with this.
Yeah. Don't put up with being accused of stealing. Don't put up with being shoved through, endless hoops to jump through that don't actually serve any purpose.
Yeah.
Certain hoops need to be jumped through.
Right.
And if it's something that comes from a federal regulation, there's nothing the company can do about it.
Right.
But if it's some stupid internal bureaucratic nonsense that just provides more jobs for more HR people, why?
Yeah.
Make it so that they can't run the company with their, they don't have enough sludge people. They can't hire sludge people because enough sludge people are saying, no, I'm tired of going through this silly process just to be told no or get a low-level, entry-level job that I've had before.
Yeah.
I already have it on my resume. I've done this before.
Right.
Why aren't you just hiring me right out the gate after the background check, making sure I'm not a psychopath?
Right.
Like, what else is there? Why are we wasting so much time with these interviews?
Yeah.
Is that your whole job, is just interviewing people?
Yeah.
You have to justify your own existence through this bureaucratic process? Kill the bureaucracy.
Yeah, kill the bureaucracy. Express to these people that you are not interested in their process. I've been interviewing for jobs.
I don't care to work for your company if it's going to be that. Sounds like there's a lot of dead weight at this company.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a winner long term to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys can't make decisions very fast.
So if you don't need that as a resume builder, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Find a company that's dynamic enough.
And young and cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. One last little caveat. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a business owner. Jason's a business owner. We own a business together. We have financial risk at play. I can speak to this personally. I personally have a lot of money at stake. So I'm speaking. I'm saying this with skin in the game. It is gay and retarded how static these companies have become.
How risk averse.
I am constantly at our church, anywhere I interact with like a 19-year-old kid. I'm like, if I taught this kid how to edit videos, would he just do it? And I could pay him $10 an hour to edit videos, like all the time, constantly, like real go get 'em guys.
Yeah.
Not even that I'm a real go get 'em guy. All right. But the real go get 'em guys I know who own companies and stuff. We have a guy who owns a very successful construction company, just called us the other day and was like, hey, I know these two. I just met these two. He doesn't even know them very well. 2 kids at our church, and was like, hey, I'm trying to get in contact with them. I've worked for them. And he was like, I shook their hand. They had a strong handshake. Seemed like they could get it done.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like that kind of, he knows them that well. Like he probably has said in passing, like, hello, stood there for a second while talking with them. They've made good eye contact and shook a hand. And he was like, yeah, I have a construction company. I've worked for them. Does anybody know how to get in contact with them?
Yeah.
Boom. Job. Like that's who you're looking for. That's what you need, is guys like that. Guys that aren't scared.
No, the young guys at the church are inundated with random odd jobs and other things for other people in the church.
Yeah.
Like word gets around.
Yeah. I've hired them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've hired them to.
They can't do all the work that
they get
people need to
thrown their
do.
way. Yeah. Yeah.
I have 2 odd jobs right now that I haven't gotten to for months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I don't have the time anymore.
Yeah.
Thought I did.
All right, guys, that was it. Just one last little caveat of like, listen, you don't have to accept the HR world of being like, I mean, whatever. Just go to your town and look in your town for people who own companies in your town. There, on my drive here, there's like 4 companies that sell like marble flooring and stuff. Go see what those guys have got going on. Go bring those guys donuts and coffee. Get a good handshake, good eye contact. Bring those guys donuts and coffee. Go, hey, you guys need help around here doing anything? Sweeping the floor, polishing the marble. I don't know what you do with marble, putting oil on it. I have no idea how that works. Figure it. Go ask them. Figure it out. And if they are for real guys that are for real boots on the ground, they own the business, they're there to get things done. Yeah. They'll see you and they'll go,
holy cow, I've never met anyone like this.
Yeah, they'll be like, I haven't seen a teenager come in here and with a good hand, like with confidence and competent. Yeah. He's like, yeah, man, I got a broom. You want to just sweep the floors for a couple weeks and then go in there and do a damn good job sweeping those floors. And he'll go, hey, man, come here. I want to show you how to do this thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now you're the kid that does the machine on the whatever. And he's like, that kid's awesome. I can't replace him.
Yeah.
You know? And then there you go. So that's my last little piece of advice there for you.
Pick a company and find a way in. If it's a giant corporate structure, there's going to be there's too much red tape for you to get in that way. Nobody has the power to actually...
Yeah, you can. It just takes a long time. It's a long grind. You can make a ton of money. You can make a ton of money, but only in the actual production or selling of the thing in the corporate world. Which, I mean, I guess it's probably true for everything, but like, it's just it's a very competitive place. It is where you go if you are on rails in your life. You went to college, you got a business degree. Now you went to Gartner and you worked at Gartner and now you're done at Gartner and you go to this thing, or you started at McKinsey and you go here, or I started at Dell and I do this and these people have, it's not, I do not at all want to say it's an illegitimate, because it's a very legitimate course of action.
Okay.
Like if you want to go do that, dude, more power to you. Email me. I'll help you get there. All right. And I'll do it gladly. It's not an illegitimate way to go.
Work hard at hyperpremium.co.
Yeah.
Work hard at hyperpremium.co. It's down in the description too.
Yeah. So if you want to go that route for real, email us. I will tell you how to do it. And I will, if I talk to you and like you, I will introduce you to people and help you. But you just got to be aware that there is a lot about it that makes it really difficult for a guy like me. It may be fantastic for you. It's fantastic for a lot of people. It's fantastic for a lot. My dad loves it. Will die on the hill. We argue about it a lot. He's always done well with that world. But me and my little brother, his 2 sons, cannot survive in that world. We've tried it multiple times. We just bounce right off. And so I would never ever go as far as to say that it's just, I'll complain about it all day because I didn't like it, but I would never say that it's like, because I didn't like it, it's not legitimate. You can make a ton of money. They're great jobs. You don't have to work that hard at a certain point. And they are dynamic. There are aspects of it that are dynamic and fun and cool. The technologies can be really, really cool and very interesting and extremely helpful. Some of the things that you sell and help build and do, so like you can like contribute to like the fabric of society. Like if this thing stops working, everyone dies type situation. So you can get on some really cool teams, do some really cool stuff, make a ton of money, meet cool people. They'll pay for you to travel. It is by no means a bad way to go. But that being said, there's a huge amount of it that is, to me, intolerable. So just be aware of that. All right, guys, we did it. It feels like we've been talking for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's halfway there.
Okay. We love you. We are praying for you. Thanks for enjoying this crazy episode. I feel like this is kind of wild. You made it through this one. You're a super fan.
Just a bunch of stories.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. To the young guys out there, to the gentlemen, much more important than what you end up doing for a living is who you end up marrying. Mm-hmm. So please find a good church. At that church, find a young lady, marry her.
Have some babies with that young lady.
Have some babies with her. Raise those children in the fear and admonition of the one true God that created the universe, who we have not talked about enough today, and catechize them. Be above all else. Screw your career. Screw what anyone else says.
Your hobbies, your pleasures, the things you deserve.
All of it. Let it die on the cross before your Savior. That is the most important thing. Be a good Christian. Before you're a good man, before you're a good father, before you're a good husband, before you're a good worker, before you're a good anything, be a good Christian, be a faithful Christian, and all of this stuff we've talked about today will just fall in line naturally, and you won't need us. So please, go to church. Go to a good church. We love you guys. We are praying for you. We're out. That was fast. Did you just fall?
Yes.